Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is about the latest Lina Knits pattern, my latest pattern, in other words, called Hot Cocoa. So a pair of super cozy, comfy, warm mitts. These mitts were actually designed almost 2 years ago, pretty soon after I started my business. And Lina Knits turns 2 in mid-March, so almost 2 years ago. I designed and knit this for a project that just never happened. I set them aside, waiting to see if something would come out of it, but it didn't, and I sort of forgot about these. Not really, but just I didn't realize how much time had lapsed. But I rediscovered them recently, and I wanted to get them out into the world. I thought they had waited for their return long enough. So I reformatted the pattern, had my graphic designer put it in my new layout, where it's not new anymore, I've had it for almost a year now, but into the layout that I now use. And my tech editor checked the pattern for errors, and then I released them, and now they're out there, available on Ravelry. So these mitts are really quick to knit. They're made out of bulky weight yarn. I used LRA Superwash Merino Chunky, and this color is called Heathered Gray. And I've got another pair that I've knit out of the same yarn, but this is in the Espresso Bean colorway. The original inspiration when I started designing these mitts was the feeling you get when you have your favorite sweater on and you pull the sleeves down to your knuckles. That feeling of coziness is what I set out to create with the pair of mitts, which is why I decided to do the entire hand portion in ribbing. It feels squishy and it hugs your hand really nicely. And then I added a cabled cuff. Well, you start knitting from here, but in my design idea I added a heavily cabled cuff as well. And it's a braided cable, which I think is really beautiful. So you need about 155 meters and 170 yards of bulky weight yarn. Yeah, so if you do use the LRA yarn, you need 2 skeins of it. The yarn is 100% merino, so you can easily substitute with other bulky weight wool yarns. Yeah. Let me put the brown pair on for a bit, and then let's see what else you need besides the yarn. So you need a cable needle, since these are 6-stitch cables. It's just, for me, it's easier to do them with a cable needle. I know that there are methods and some people prefer to cable without cable needles. Of course, if you know you're one of those people, then you don't need the cable needle, but if you're like me, it's the convenient way for me to do them. And then stitch markers. The pattern has, you put one for the beginning of the round, and then you need 2 for the thumb gusset, or just to know where to do the increases for the thumb gusset. I don't know which way to turn my hands to show you the thumb gusset. But the thumb is also done in rib. A confession, I very rarely put in the beginning of the round marker. If I'm doing like on circulars, yes, then maybe. But if I'm doing on DPNs, I just look at where the tail from the cast on edge is, or the cast on tail is, and then I just know that between these 2 needles, that's where the round begins. I don't know if everyone does that or if it's just me being lazy, but I do add in the beginning of the round markers. There are so many ways to do even short circumferences in the round, and it just makes it easier to write the pattern when you have the border marker there, the beginning of the round marker. Yes, so 5mm USA needles in the method that you prefer. I'd use DPNs, but magic loop, 2 circulars, short circulars, all could work. Also waste yarn or a stitch holder for when you separate the thumb from the rest of the hand. Scrap yarn, whatever. Yeah, so these work up so quickly. They're really intuitive and easy to knit, and they're just so cozy. So go check the pattern out on Ravelry. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon again. Bye!